So I've been going a mile a minute, if you haven't been able to tell, and I have some important phone calls to make, and I just can't seem to find a minute to sit down and make them, and maybe it's just avoidance on my part, but I'm going to just make this announcement through this video and then text people and let them know to watch this video, because I can't catch up. I made this little almost like tent for Susie Q, and it's really working. I think she really likes it. So while everyone's kind of relaxing and playing, I gotta catch you up. So, all right, if you have an appointment booked with me where I'm offered to pick up your cats and bring them in and get them fixed, or if you are one of the people with a colony and you've been waiting for me to finish up with J Street so I can get to your colony, I'm afraid I'm gonna disappoint you a little bit, and I'm going to have to cancel. Now, the reason I'm going to have to do that, I don't have a whole lot of information, so I'm going to tell you what I know. But I got a email Friday from Mercy Vet, and they explained a few things and said because of those things, they have to cancel all scheduled appointments. And so that's why, by default, I have to cancel with you guys. Now, with that said, from what I can figure out from the email that was sent, Dr. Stacy, who's the executive director of Mercy Vet, which is a nonprofit, had to make this decision in order to I'm blanking for the words, in order to get control of some things and steer the ship in a different direction. And I do think, based on what I'm understanding, that she made the right decision. Basically, running a nonprofit is not easy. And when you start out, you're basically spending a lot of your own money, and you're relying on donations, and sometimes those, donations are only trickle in, and sometimes you get lucky. But essentially, Dr. Stacy did what I did when I first started my nonprofit, and that is you just come out the gate running, and you want to help everyone, and you want to say yes to everything, and before you know it, you realize you're in over your head. And really, she's realizing that she needs a building and needs a facility to move forward. They were in a very small, cramped space in Greenville for a while. Then they had to move and are in a place with a little bit more room, but so far away for a lot of the rescues they work with in Grand Rapids. And Grand Rapids already has a couple of low-cost spay neuter clinics. But this area doesn't have any. And where I'm going to have some challenges, guys, is there aren't low-cost spay neuter clinics out here. There's one in Alto. We used to use them. We don't use them anymore for personal reasons that I'm not going to go into. But and even that one is almost as far away as Grand Rapids. So the closest one to me right now is for Wellness, which is about 36 minutes away. So with that said, my real hope for Mercy Vet is that they're not going anywhere. They're just putting it on pause, and that's what the email said. They need to get themselves a building. And I think Dr. Stacy is realizing, things are just too difficult trying to juggle everything without a permanent space. So things are on hold. And my real hope is that in the end, this will be a good thing, that they'll move closer to me, that that everything works out the way it's supposed to. But as somebody who had to leave the classroom in the middle of the school year with no warning, I was there one day, gone the next. I ended up in the hospital with a blood pressure of 225. And it almost killed me. As somebody that I understand it. I understand having to just make it stop, having to say I'm in over my head here and I need a moment to breathe. And from what I'm understanding, that's what's happening. So look at these two. It's hard to be stressed out when you watch this. So the other thing that will perhaps be a positive for me is I can't trap any more cats. I don't have appointments, and although I'm going to call tomorrow to try to find appointments, I'm not optimistic. It's kitten season. Vets are overwhelmed. Rescues are overwhelmed. My guess is that any place I call is going to say maybe August, maybe September. So everything is going to be paused. And that means like, these kittens' mama. I have to go back and get mama, but, and I had planned that Friday was her appointment. And I can't, I don't have an appointment. So I have to just let it go, which is very hard, but I don't have a choice. So I have to just let it go and pause it and hope she doesn't get pregnant again. But I mean, this is just the nature of things. This happens every summer, regardless. So, all right. So that was a long drawn out way of saying, I have to, if you have an appointment with me, I have to cancel that appointment. I'm going to reschedule it, but my guess is it's not going to be until August or September. If you're waiting in line for me to finish the J Street colony, that wait's going to get longer. This is just the nature of things in this business. It is overwhelming. It is never stops, and it is what it is. But I'm going to look on the bright side that maybe this will allow me to have a little rest, because I really am exhausted and overdoing it in this heat. So it will allow me to have a little rest, and maybe it will end up with Mercy Vet moving closer in the future. And it is what it is, and we're just going to make it work. So if you have questions about, why Mercy Vet made this decision, I'm not going to be able to answer those questions. I don't know. Other than Dr. Stacy she has a vision and she has a mission, and she realized that she wasn't heading in the direction she wanted to head, and she just had to make everything stop for a while. And I completely understand that and respect it, and we're just going to do what we can do in the meantime. So there's an update, and I'm going to go take some cans and bottles back.